Hey YouTube, welcome to an episode of How Much Does It Cost? Yesterday we watched Magnamon X deck profile for BT9, and I thought that the very first episode of the BT9 series for this should be for the Magnamon X deck, so everything's all cohesive. You guys know what the deck list is, it's on the screen if you guys need it. If you want the rationale as to why we played what we played, go watch the deck profile. It's not very long, tells you why we play what we play. And we're going to find out just how expensive it is to build the deck, and whether or not you should pull the trigger on some of these cards now, or if you should wait. A little bit of both in this one, not going to lie. And if you guys like this content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notification bell to smash potatoes. That way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos go live. We're starting with Blue Upamons from BT1. They're 850, cheapest rarity, and you need 4 of them. So get them for 850. Get them for cheaper if you can, but it's super important for the deck. Do not play Salmon EX2. That egg, that's not the way. It's not the way. Moving along to the rookies now, we have our VMon, our jamming VMon, the 4 of. 13 plus $1 shipping is basically 14 bucks. And that's what all these listings are for a while anyway. There's a small chance, a moderate chance that this card goes up in price. And it all depends on the success of this deck, as well as maybe how well Imperial does playing copies of this deck. It's a bit of a gamble, if you ask me. I feel like you should grab this card maybe now, because the alternate rarities of this card are kind of hard to come by, not in great quantities. If it goes down a little bit, it goes down a little bit. It won't go down too much. I think the gamble is worth it if you want to play this deck right away anyway. I think you kind of have to pull the trigger. But if it goes down a few dollars, I wouldn't be too surprised either. Moving on to BT8 VMon, it's a bulk uncommon, basically 28 cents plus shipping. Yeah, we can call this a bulk uncommon at 50 cents each. I think that's more than fine. Now we talk about this VMon from the Imperial Structure deck. 350 plus shipping, 389 plus shipping, basically $4 plus shipping, eh? I think you can get 3 of them for $4 each. I think that's perfectly reasonable. Maybe even a little bit less. Try to do that. It's not worth it in this case, you know, to like do anything else. I don't think. Just get your VMons. Get your VMons. Now we're moving on to VMon Classic Collection at $250 plus $1 shipping, and very, very similar, right? Only a few listings like that though, before it turns into a more expensive card. I think you try to get them for the 3 each, including shipping, when you count it all together. 9 for 3. See if you can do that. This card will just always kind of be in the $3, $4, $5 range. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. I think you grab these now. Now we're going to move on to Magnamon, the main champion of the deck, going for $10 plus a shipping, $10 plus shipping. You know, I'm comfortable calling these $10.50 each, because if you like pay shipping $1 for 4, you're basically at $41. Here we have it as $42. So I think this is a reasonable number. I do think you grab your Magnamons now, because this card will always kind of just be good. You know what I mean? Until it gets power crept. If this deck takes off, this card might go up even more. So keep that in mind. Lydramon. Do you guys remember when this was $1 rare? I remember when this was $1 rare. Now it's basically a $2 rare, a $3 rare. I'm gonna be a little modest and call it $2.50 each. Try to get a playset for $10, but you can probably get a playset for $2. Maybe even cheaper if you look hard enough. I wouldn't pay more than $10 for a playset of this card. This card is really good, but it, you know, what makes this card super valuable is that it's part green and that it's super weak, and suspending something is nice too. I think you do definitely grab the playset of this card. Flamedramon though is a bulk rare. Unironically, out of the 3 armors we play in this deck, it's probably the worst. Because you do kind of want your armors to die in most scenarios, right? $1 each. Bulk rare price. Sounds fine with me. Lobomon is basically $1 common. Now, you can play Kumamon and actually get it, I'm pretty sure, for like even cheaper if you really, really need to pinch the pennies here. We'll call it at 25 cents. You can find a Lobo in a bulk box for 25 cents, I'm sure. And if you can't, you can definitely get a Kumamon for pretty cheap. The only difference is you're missing out on 1000 DP, but the only time you're ever going to go into Lobomon literally ever, is for game. There's literally not a single other time you go your hybrid. If you do, you're probably losing the game. So, really, you could get away with Kumamon here, and it's probably fine. Next up, Chimeramon at $13 plus $1 shipping, $14 rare basically. Grab the one and call it a day. The price on this won't hover too much. It might go down a little bit, but I don't think it's worth the risk. And Magnamon X-antibody. Now, you guys know how I feel about pre-sales. We're still a week away from release. It's $14 right now. I think this card settles, honestly, at around... The way BT8 was looking... See, it's a whole different theory now. Because in BT8, you weren't opening the boxes for secrets, so people try to get the money out of their supers because they didn't need to pull the secrets. But in this set, you really need to grind through cases to find your secrets. I'm going to give this a reasonable $5 price point. If you get it for $5 each, I think it's fine. That's what I think, honestly. Davis, almost $20 again. It had its moment where you guys should have grabbed it. But now you guys are paying the price if you didn't. Basically $19 a copy. You only need 2. You grab them now, probably, and then you sell them later. Before BT10 comes out and we get the reprints. That's my recommendation. Just get them now if you want to play the deck. Get it out of your system. Sell them. Before they drop. Because they might drop, right? Davis and Ken... $1 plus $1 shipping, basically a $2 rare, but with shipping, right? $1.25 each, you know, $1 shipping for 4 copies at $4 is $5, right? $1.25 each, I think, is reasonable. Place it for $5. It's honestly fine. Now we move on to Mega Death from the Imperial Starter deck as well. It is a rare. 3 cents plus shipping makes it $1.50 basically. But I think you get these for $1 each. Especially when you add in shipping and like all that. $1 each I think is more than reasonable for this. So $4 a place in Mega Deaths. Grab them. You need all 4. You really, really do. Fire Rocket is a bulk common. 25 cents each. No questions asked. Hammer Spark, though, is not a bulk common, unfortunately. It's not even in the Imperial Structure deck. Otherwise, I recommend picking up Imperial Structure decks, maybe. But it's in the All-4 Structure deck. It's the most recent cheap reprint here. $2.27 plus $1 shipping. Pretty much straight all around here. We'll call them $3 each at a high roll. We might be able to get them for cheaper. But $3 each for 3 Hammer Sparks. Whatever. Sounds fine. Awakening of the Golden Knight. We're playing 2 copies of this card. It's a BT9 card. It is not worth 82 cents. Wait till it's a bulk common. And you'll be fine. Now we have Blue Memory Boost. The cheap rarity, the starter deck one, is really going down in price. $2.50, basically. $2.50 for 1 card. Do it up, grab it. And then finally Ice Wall, where we're just... What a spike! Huh. I guess with all the blue hybrid Imperial, yeah, I guess it makes sense. $2 card now. I guess. Sure. Try to get it for cheaper. That's it for the lower rarity version of the deck. $259 to play this deck. Lowest rarity. If you guys, like, remember, you know, when Rookie Rush really started to be good, it wasn't really that budget, right? Because Pulsemons were a thing. These Rush decks are kind of expensive sometimes, not gonna lie. $259, I don't really think is that expensive, to be honest, but someone might get off-put by this. But if you grab the cards at the suggested times, like with the pre-sales, that's how you make the most savings with this deck. Now, that being said, if you want to be a baller, well, let me tell you, pick your VMons. Pick your VMons. Straight up. You can play the Ultimate Cup VMon with jamming. Pay $100 each. There's $400 for a playset of VMons. Yeah, that's crazy. It's a good thing that I don't think the other VMons have alternate arts. Hey, this VMon has a pre-release art. The BT8 VMon has a pre-release stamp for basically $20. So what, we're at $480 for 8 VMons. Magnamons. Nobody knows right now where the alt-art Magnamon X is going to sit, but this Magnamon X is at 50, kind of tapering right now. But, you know, some were bought today. Some were... You get a few sales every day, right? Either way, you need 4 copies of this card, so you're paying a minimum of $200 for a playset. You're at $680. And then there are Hammer Sparks, where if you play Max Rarity Hammer Sparks, easily another $250, $300. The rest of the deck, and we're not even counting Altart Upamons, Altart Chimera, Altart Lobo. The deck's over $1,000 to Max Rarity. Kind of crazy for Rookie Rush, basically. Anyway, just wanted to share that with you. Very expensive deck to build Max Rarity, but, you know, if you want to go for the flex, go for it. The deck's really sick. Definitely has tier 1 potential if people are playing it right. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think this is a reasonable price for this deck? Do you think things are way too high? Do you think things will fall even further for some of these cards? Let me know what you think. Bye.